Medusa, she was not always a monster. Once a beautiful maiden, she was cursed by the gods, transformed into a terrifying creature with the power to turn men to stone. And then there was Perseus, the hero chosen by the gods, sent on an impossible quest to claim Medusa's head. A story of tragedy, betrayal, and destiny. This is one of the most legendary myths of all time. Medusa was once a priestess of Athena, a woman with golden hair and stunning beauty. But one day she caught the eye of Poseidon, the god of the sea. Consumed by desire, Poseidon violated her in Athena's temple. Instead of punishing Poseidon, Athena turned her wrath on Medusa. Her beautiful hair became a nest of venomous snakes. Her gaze became a deadly curse. One look and men turned to stone. Cast out from the world, she fled to a desolate land, where she lived in solitude with her immortal Gorgon sisters. Once a woman of grace, now a feared and isolated creature. But the gods had other plans for her. Meanwhile, across the sea, a young hero named Perseus was facing his own fate. Son of Zeus and the mortal Danae, he was given an impossible task. Bring me the head of Medusa. Knowing this was a death sentence, Perseus sought help from the gods, and they answered. Hermes, messenger of the gods, gave him winged sandals for flight. Hades, god of the underworld, lent him a helmet of invisibility. Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, provided a shining bronze shield to safely look at Medusa's reflection instead of facing her gaze directly. Armed with divine gifts, Perseus set out on his fateful journey. Perseus traveled to the Gorgon's lair, a dark and forsaken land where few dared to tread. There he found Medusa sleeping, her serpent hair coiling and hissing softly. He could not look at her directly. One glance and he would be turned to stone. Instead, he used Athena's shield as a mirror, and crept forward without ever meeting her gaze. Then, in one swift, deadly strike, Perseus severed Medusa's head. But something incredible happened. From her decapitated body, two beings emerged. Pegasus, the winged horse, Chrysaor, the golden warrior. Her divine blood, carrying Poseidon's essence, had given birth to two legendary beings. Perseus placed Medusa's head into a sack, and fled before her sisters could take revenge. With the deadliest weapon in the world, he had completed his impossible task. Even in death, Medusa's power did not fade. Perseus returned home, and when confronted by his enemies, he simply revealed Medusa's head, turning them all to stone. Later, he offered her head to Athena, who placed it on her shield Aegis, turning it into a symbol of divine terror and protection. Her curse became a weapon, her legacy forever immortalized. Was Medusa truly a monster? Or was she simply a victim of divine cruelty? She never chose to be cursed. She never sought to harm others. Yet she was hunted, feared, and ultimately slain. But even in her tragic fate, her name and legend never faded. She was not just a beast to be slain. She was a symbol of resilience, power, and injustice. A story that still echoes through time.